Hello everyone, here's a blast from the past, a Dyson DC28 Airmuscle. I first showed you this way back in June 2019 and to be honest, I've hardly looked at it since, but I've recently been clearing out my garage and I found this Dyson and I remembered I'd bought a few spare parts for it. It needed a new mains cable because this one is a little bit damaged. But before I fit the new parts, I'll switch on just to make sure it's still working after all those years stuck in the garage. We never actually got this model in the UK. This is a DC28. We did get a model DC28, but it's a completely different animal, if you pardon the pun. The DC28 in the UK was the cylinder machine, and I've shown that on my channel as well. So don't confuse the DC28 canister with the DC28 upright Airmuscle. They're quite different. Anyway, I'm going to switch on, but yes, there's a bit of tape in several places on the mains cable. So in this video, I'm going to replace the mains cable with a genuine one. I believe that the seller did include a mains cable with it, a spare one, but it wasn't a matching one. So I went onto Amazon.com and I've got a genuine Dyson cable assembly in this colour. I think it's iron, cord power iron colour. It's for the DC27 and DC28. So this is the genuine cord. I'm going to replace like for like, so it'll be a bit safer than having a cord with several pieces of insulating tape on it. So I'll fit that. Hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult. I've got a couple of new filters, I've got a new base plate, and I've even got a new cyclone. The only thing I didn't get is a new bin. I might be able to polish this bin up, but I can buy a bin from the UK. I believe our DC33, and what was the other model that this is similar to? DC27. So in the UK, DC27 and DC33 do have some components that are the same as this Dyson Airmuscle. So I'm going to plug in, and obviously being an American cleaner, I can't just plug it into a UK socket because we use 230 volts and this cleaner runs on 120. So I've got my little well-used black box here. So just check it's off. Plug it in. That's not going in for some reason. There we go. The pins might have got a bit bent. I'll just briefly turn on. As I say, I have to be a bit careful with all the breakages in the cord. We'll just see it working initially. And then the first job I'll do is replace this faulty, damaged cord. Okay, fingers crossed it still works. Well, the motor sounds okay, but the automatic height adjustment doesn't seem to be going. Perhaps I'm doing something wrong. If you recall from my previous video, this has got a range of touch buttons to select different carpet heights. Here are the switches. So we've got the main on-off switch, a bare floor setting which turns off the brush roll, then short pile, medium and deep. I think I'll try this cleaner on deep pile on my living room carpet, but it wasn't working. I think I was getting the medium pile button flashing and it wouldn't allow me to change the setting. We'll try again. It did work eventually. I had trouble with the deep pile button, so maybe a squirt of contact cleaner around these switches would help that. So, right, let's give it a push on deep pile. Still quite hard to push on deep pile. I did switch to medium and it was even harder. So yes, for this particular carpet, I think I'll be selecting deep pile. Well, it seems to be working. The motor to my ears sounds pretty good, pretty normal. So what I'm first going to do, as I said, is swap over the damaged mains cable. So I need to remove the old one first. Before sliding the cover back on, just make sure that the on-off switch is properly located and double check all the wires are tucked in neatly. So we'll just slide it gently into place. This isn't a difficult job, it just requires a specialised screwdriver which you can easily buy on Amazon. Right, so that's it. Don't over tighten. There we go, job done. Okay, fingers crossed, here goes. I'm pleased that's done. It was a fairly simple job and the vacuum still works, so I can give myself a pat on the back for that, and I can now throw away this faulty taped up cable. I wasn't very happy using the machine with tape on the mains cable, but I can now use it properly. Now I've got a nice new cable fitted. Before I give this Dyson Airmuscle a bit more of a refurb, I thought I might as well put down some dirt and see how well this cleaner performs. But before that, I'll show you the spares I managed to get for it before they became unavailable. So the first thing I've got, because when I first unboxed this, I noticed that the sole plate was damaged. I managed to get a genuine DC28 sole plate assembly. This was from Amazon. I'm not sure if you can still buy them from Amazon. It was a few years when I bought all these parts. So that's going to replace one of these bars is broken on that. So it didn't cost me much at the time. And of course the mains cable, and I even bought a genuine, wasn't really necessary, but I've got myself a nice brand spanking new cyclone assembly that will be all clean. It won't be full of American dust and dirt like this one. Obviously I'm not going to fit this before I do the mess test, because I don't want to really dirty this one up. I'll do the mess test using the existing cyclone, so I'll put that to one side. Now the only other two things I bought fairly recently, and I didn't have to go to the States to buy these because I think they will be compatible. I didn't waste money on genuine ones because they cost too much, and I think these for your home compatible ones should fit. So we've got two filters in this machine, a post and a pre-motor filter, and they're both located in the bottom of the machine. We don't have a filter in the middle of the cyclone like we do on some of the later Dyson uprights. We have filter A here on the side, and I'm assuming filter B here. To access filter A, we've got a little switch either side. We just need to squeeze that and pull out the filter housing, and you can see this would wash up. You know, it's definitely serviceable once it's been washed, but I will replace it, probably not before I'm doing a big mess test, or at least putting down a load of dirt. I might just give that a bit of a wipe. You can see there's quite a lot of dust in there. I just want to see if these DC28 Animal UK filters are compatible. So here's the pre-filter. So it should be the same. Yes, it looks very much, you can see the difference in colour. It should fit. Don't really want to put it in here and get it dirty, but yes, that's definitely going to fit. It's a nice tight fit, so that's going to rejuvenate this machine. Yep, so that's good. I'll pop the dirty one back for now. As I said, it's not too bad. I've seen worse. Now we can access post motor filter under the flap here. And again, this isn't too bad. You can see it's black from the carbon dust. So hopefully this one will fit nicely. Looks the same. For some of these older cleaners, there's no point in buying the genuine spares, and often they're not available anymore. Dyson have stopped providing spares for a lot of their older machines, so you have no option really than to go and get a copy spare. But I think it'll be okay. I mean, it looks the same apart from the colour. Yeah. Let's have a look. Will it fit? I'm assuming it's that way round, or was it? No, I think that fits better. Hang on, let's check. Yeah, there is a difference. That looks like the top. There is another, there's a bit of a seal around this on the genuine one, and there's no seal around this one. I'm assuming it goes... Oh, but there is a seal. There's still a seal around the top of the motor housing. I'm not sure if that's the correct way. No, it's not. Let's go that way then. Or does it? No. Oh, I think, yeah, it does fit. Just seemed a bit tight, but no, that will do fine. But as I said, I'm not going to dirty up the new filters. Right, it's a dirtier side to the bottom. Yes, that does fit a lot easier, I have to say, than the copy spare. But both of these will wash up. Right, that's in correctly, isn't it? And then we'll just slide that back in. Like so. Just having a look on the underside of the cleaner, just to check the internal hose hasn't got any splits in it. This one seems fine. Pretty sure I can replace this with a UK part, possibly a DC27 or DC33 internal hose would fit this. It's dirty, but it is intact, so that's good. The brush roll on this Dyson isn't too bad. I'm not sure if there is a compatible part that I could get for this. I think you have to replace the whole assembly, and they were available at the time I bought the other Dyson spares, but I decided not to get it because I heard a lot of stories how difficult it was to actually replace this whole assembly. So I thought, I'm not going to go to the expense or bother for this machine. I've already spent a lot of money getting it to the UK. So, you know, most of the brushes on this brush roll are pretty good, to be honest. They're fairly stiff, just a bit worn. There's this one area just here at the side. There's one set of brushes a bit worn there, but it seems okay. But as you can see, I've got the nice new sole plate. It's here, look, where it was broken. I mean, it won't affect the performance of the machine, but having this broken part, it's possible it could catch on the carpet fibre and cause some damage, or on a rug or something. So I thought a new one, yes, that'll just fit in place there. But again, I'm not going to fit these new parts until after I've refurbished this cleaner. While I've got the machine upside down, we're going to have a look at the mechanism again, show you the height adjustment in action, because unlike a SIBO, the height adjustment doesn't control the height of the wheels. It actually controls the height of the brush roll within the brush roll housing. Blimey O'Reilly, I certainly got a workout using the Dyson Airmuscle. That must be why it's called Airmuscle, because it develops your muscles as you're using it. Even on deep pile setting, it was very hard to push. The floor performance was okay, but it was very scrapey, scratchy. I wouldn't like to use this on a regular basis on hard floors, even with the brush roll off. It's a relic from the past, and compared to the latest Dyson I've shown you, they're really chalk and cheese. Yes, the Dyson Ball Animal Multifloor is a completely different beast to this huge beast. It's so much quieter, so much easier to push, and so much nicer to use. So Dyson have developed from these noisy, very heavy, hard to push machines to something that's a lot more manageable for the average home. Certainly the average UK home, because this was built for American homes, larger carpeted areas to clean, maybe deeper pile, and possibly people with bigger biceps than I've got to cope with this. It's nice to have as a collector's item, but it's not one. It's even harder to use this than a Kirby, and a Kirby without the tech drive turned on. So you can imagine how hard it is to push. On a shorter pile carpet, I expect it'll be fairly easy, but just look at the bulk of this thing. Just, oh. I've been using this Dyson a fair bit on a day-to-day basis. Inside the bin here is genuine dirt that I've been cleaning up throughout my house. We've got another couple of dogs staying with us at the moment, so there is extra dog hair. But it's doing a pretty good job. It's not the best for above floor, but for general cleaning, and certainly on hard floors, this Dyson is much better than the old beast. And I think, let's pop that back on there. I think I've gone over, have I gone over the max fill line? Oh, I haven't, well, maybe. I think I'm okay. I'm not going to get the max fill line police commenting underneath, oh, it's not going to pick up, you've gone over the max. Well, just under, I've just stopped before we went over the max. So there you have it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't subscribe, please do so and click the bell icon and you'll be notified of all my new uploads. So for me, the Dyson Airmuscle and the Dyson Ball Animal Multifloor, it's goodbye and thanks for watching.